In a bind? Here I come! Not getting the next week!
Let me help.
A new melody!
Ignore you! Cyan Instant!
Swallow blade!
In the fire! Raging Cascade!
You're my last night! Rising Falcon! Can you take it? Flash! Rising Phoenix! The abyssal deep! Raging Storm! Totally! In an instant! Impact Block!
This should make for some good weapon crafting material. Did that get rid of the barrier?
We'll just have to go back and check.
If Almadria's not in her own room, just where the hell is she?
It's possible she may be on the bridge, which means she's most likely chosen a place where she'll have the advantage in a fight.
Be careful, guys. I hate to say it, but
We already know she specializes in controlling wind astral energy.
Right. To that woman, life itself is just a toy for her to play with. Well, there's only one last place to look. Straight ahead.
Almadria.
There she is! Almadria!
But all alone? Watch yourselves. She's probably planning something.
I was getting rather tired of waiting around. Oh my, and I see you came along as well, Danon Witch.
Almadria.
What's this? I thought you couldn't stand the sight of me. Go on, little one. Show me the full force of that hatred of yours. Otherwise, run and hide like the rat you are.
That's enough! How can you smile while causing pain to so many others?
That is the way of those who possess great power. The very way we Renans live by. Those with power set the example, and those without are forced to obey. Though you two seem to have forgotten that's the way these things work.
And you really think that justifies your actions? You turned all those people into a hollowed sea!
What foolishness. It's only natural that the fate of a slave differ from that of its owner. Very well, I admit I did fan the flames just a tad back in Mies. But it wouldn't have mattered in the slightest if there hadn't been a spark to ignite. Without it, my actions would have been fruitless. Ultimately, it was their very own burning hatred that laid them to waste. To say it was all my fault is simply laying blame at the wrong feet.
No one's perfect. We all have darkness in our hearts. But the atrocities that you've committed, they're unthinkable! Your heart is nothing but darkness!
What a fool! To think time and time again you would challenge Renan authority without so much as an inkling of how things actually work. Such ignorance is why your kind has been enslaved for 300 years.
Almadria.
Well, if it isn't Lord Dohalim.
These people are my allies and friends. I won't let you insult them so.
My, what a shock. I never would have expected you to claim mere slaves as your companions. If I didn't know any better, I would question your noble lineage. Oh, how far the mighty have fallen. A traitor such as yourself hardly deserves to be called a lord.
You are nothing compared to Dohalim.
Rinwell.
He would never stand by and laugh. His people hollowed!
Ha! What does it matter? You're descended from those who allowed the power and knowledge entrusted to them to wither away. Your pitiful family may have feared it, but I do not. That knowledge and power is all mine to command. And now, you will witness what that power's truly capable of. Mesmold! Enjoy your meal! Such sad child. Let me reunite you with your parents.
Shut up! I'm gonna take you down if it's the very last thing I do!
That's right. Loathe me. Every step brings you closer to being me.
You're wrong! You're wrong! I'm nothing like you!
You picked the wrong fight!
Not so fast!
Thunderfield! Lunar Flame!
I can carve through walls! Resonate with the earth!
Where are you going?
What's she doing now?
She's infusing her beast with more power!
Get ready!
Ignite!
Brimming with hatred.
I can carve through walls!
Dare you?
Confiscated! It's weakened!
In an instant! Impact block! Dragon form! They're attacking separately!
I can't land a hit on her!
Keep an eye on it. And take out the monster first.
She's no stranger to astral arts.
I can take care of that!
Yeah, take it away! Now you see what I can do!
Behold my
That looks bad.
Wits about you, people.
This one's mine!
The winds of judgment blow your way! Fall to impending calamity! Chaotic disaster!
So that's the trick up her sleeve.
Your astral arts aren't so special. And now, they're mine!
Here I come!
Shattering
Glacial Spear. Now you see what I can do!
Divine Strength!
In a vine,
Here's a healing art!
elusive deity! Sliding pile
Dragon Form! Like astral energy!
Swallow blade! I owe you one.
Where are you going?
Dragon form! Swallow blade!
I'm all stocked up! Here's the flame of terror! Here's her master form! Not while I'm around, she isn't! Not in your dreams!
Take this! You picked the wrong fight!
Now you see what I can do!
Lightning orb!
Goodwill!
I'll never forgive you!
What?
I'll take you down! I'll end you!
Light burst forth!
Radiant Genesis! You murdered my mother and father. But I'm not like you.
Rinwell.
Even now, I hate you. But here I am, unable to let go. Honestly, even if I took my hatred out on you here and now, it wouldn't make me feel any better in the long run. I realize that now. So, I won't kill you. I'll take you in and make damn sure justice is served the right way.
You would dare mock me with your foolish, useless pity? A Danon, nothing more than a mere slave. I won't allow you to...
It's not about what you think. Or being Danon or Renan. Because you'll atone for the crimes you committed. And that's all.
It's that swordsman again.
Oh, Lord Volron, what brings you here? No, forgive me. I've forgotten myself. Please allow me to make it up to you, my lord.
Silence now, wretched snake. Does it hurt? It should. That pain is proof you're still alive. Enjoy it.
Years ago, the Lord of Ganneth Haros met a sudden death. His successor was a man by that very name, Volron.
And like a restless lover, I've come back for more.
Stop right there!
Think you can cut me down? What?
happened to him?
Alvin! Say something! Let go of me! Let me go!
Shion!
Alvin!
Shion!
Alvin!
Come and find me, if you truly are the Sovereign. After all this time, I'll be free from this hell. I can finally go home. I doubt I'll ever see this place again. Might as well walk the block once more for old time's sake. As usual, nobody wants to explain anything to me. They just threaten and harass me instead. What does everyone think I am? Some sort of talking pet? They're the ones that dragged me all the way up here in the first place. Bastards. I shouldn't have bothered coming out. Might as well head back to my room. I just wanted to go back. To Dana. To my home.
Alphen.
Iori.
Alphen. Live for me.
No. Iori. No! Wait, please. Wait, What was that? That... How long ago was that? That's right. Shion. Oh, right. That's what pain felt like. So much for it all being a bad dream. Where am I? Where is everyone? I need to find them. Better start looking. Niori. Shion. Damn it.
Dragon Form! Rising Wyvern! Rising Falcon! Slash! Dragon Form! No escape! Here I come! It's over! Rising Falcon! Dragon Form! Orochi's Fury! You're mine! Mirage! Dragon Form! I'm not done! Swallow Blade! I have no limits! Dragon Form! Slash! Dragon Form! Swallow Blade! Slash! This one's all mine! Swallow Blade! You picked the wrong fight! Win! Rising Falcon! Dragon Form! Here I come! Blow away! Rising Wyvern! Rising Falcon! There! Dragon Form! Slash! Pierce through! Double Demon Fang! Destruction! Pierce through! Dragon Form! Ah!
Alvin?
Rinwell.
What happened just now? Normally you'd be able to take that thing with your eyes closed.
Thank goodness you're alive. Are you all right?
Yeah.
I'm just glad we found you in one piece. You were the only one still missing. There's a village back the way we came from, Thistleim. Kisara and La are already there.
Rinwell. Where are we?
Ganeth Haros, Volron's realm. Remember?
Ushered by the waves straight to the enemy stronghold. A rare stroke of luck, it would seem.
Luck?
If Volron's here, that means Shion's close too, right?
Shion? Oh. Right. Of course.
Are you sure you're feeling okay? You seem a little off.
He's probably just exhausted. Let's save the catching up for when we're back at the village.
You sense one of your pals, Hoodle? Speaking of Thistleim, it's populated by Danins, but they're not under the rule of any lord. The whole town was built by Danin defectors. This area's teeming with stray Zoogles, though. The ordeal seems to have left them understandably on edge. say, Alphen.
Yeah,
And your sense of pain, too. It was...
Really? Oh, but that means...
probably.
I wonder if Alphen's going to be okay.
For now, I believe we should hold off on speculation. Simply keep an eye on him.
Right. You're saying we should check the Owl Forest?
Alphen! Boy, am I glad to see you safe.
Well, did you manage to convince them we're not in league with any lord?
Yeah, eventually.
When the ship sank, I thought we were done for.
Yeah. And now we can finally go rescue Shion.
There's something I need to tell you guys first. I got my memory back.
So, what did you remember?
Give the man some space, Law.
I remember being up on Lenegus.
Go on.
I was abducted from Dana. I was told if I ever wanted to return home, I'd have to cooperate. Next thing I knew, they had made me into the Sovereign.
You mean to say you won the crown contest? As a Danon?
No. They kept me locked in a strange facility. They experimented on me. And of course, I wasn't really a king. The reality was that they treated me worse even than the lowest slave. The only reason I survived was because my body was able to withstand the Sovereign's power that they placed inside me.
The crest that appeared behind you on Almadria's ship must have undoubtedly been that of the Sovereign. It all makes sense now. Your affinity with the Blazing Sword, the strange powers you possess, they were all because you were the Sovereign.
Okay, but why would the Renans go out of their way to give you all that power?
They said it was for something called the Spirit Channeling Ceremony. They taught me how to harness my power for when the big day came. As for what the ceremony was actually for...
So if what you're saying about being on Lenegus is true, then maybe you really did meet Shion. After all, you said you recognized her from somewhere, right?
But Shion said she'd never seen him before. How do you explain that?
I was wrong. It wasn't Shion I knew from Lenegus. It was Naori. She was a Renan maiden they paired me with during the spirit channeling ceremony. She's the woman I kept seeing in my dreams.
A maiden? What?
Wait, so this Naori figure just happens to be the double of Shion?
Naori's family name was Imeris.
Imeris? As in Shion Imeris?
So they're distant relatives or something? Wait, or are they...
Your guess is as good as mine. All I know is it was Naori. She's the one who put the mask on me.
The mask?
To keep my soul from devouring itself over the guilt. After what I did on Lenegus. Over the lives I took.
Lives? You mean... you staged a rebellion?
Perhaps It was a part of this spirit channeling ceremony?
I don't know. Whatever it was that the spirit channeling ceremony was supposed to achieve, I lost consciousness halfway through. By the time I came to, Lenegis was a sea of flames. I opened my eyes to see Naori there. I shudder to think of how many deaths I caused that day.
You really expect us to believe this? First the Sovereign, then Lenegis?
I wonder. In ancient scripture, there is tell of a terrible calamity that befell Lenegis, nearly destroying it. The restoration took years, and required the work of countless laborers.
By ancient, you mean...
It predates the crown contest, to a time before even the first Renan invasion of Dana. More than 300 years ago.
300? But that'd make Alphen...
That's right. I'm pretty much an antique of a human being. Deep down, maybe I already knew.
Alphen...
Some hero, huh? Cooperating with the same villains who snatched me from my home. Then, when I finally remember, turns out I'm so old I've got scripture written about me. So much for standing up to injustice. I've probably got more blood on my hands than all the lords combined!
Alphen, stop! Honestly, I'm not going to pretend to understand what all this means.
Kisara.
Listen, what you really need is time.
What about Shion?
I'm worried about Shion too, Law. This is Volron, remember? Take some time to think things through, okay?
Thank you.
It's fine.
Do I even have the right to fight? Do I have the right to go to Shion's rescue? What do the others think?
You're certainly full of surprises, aren't you?
Trust me, it's not intentional.
Sorry, that was insensitive of me. Every new piece of information seems only to yield further mysteries. I am well aware of where you got your powers. More to the point. And then there is the Maiden. And yet, I've never even heard of her. Then again, this all occurred 300 years ago. Listen, I may be a traitor among my people, but I am still Renan. I learned the same history, listened rapt to the same tales.
Speaking of which, there's something else that I remember from the spirit channeling ceremony.
You're certain?
Yes. Or at least that's what they called it.
Oh, I have never laid eyes on the real artifact myself, and you never participated in a crown contest.
3 centuries is more than several lifetimes.
Well, I'm only estimating based on historical record.
Who the hell am I?
If I may be frank.
Frank, huh?
Sometimes we need a little help in addressing the truth behind our pain. Not to compete over lives lost.
Thanks for lending me an ear.
Please, no thanks are necessary.
What do you see out there?
Zeugles. Strays by the looks of it. So?
All I know is Shion needs our help.
Say, how did you get back down here from Lenegis anyway?
I came down in a Renan starship.
What happened to her?
She stayed behind, just as I wanted to get back to Dana and my people. Neither of us asked for the power or roles we were given.
Wait, so you mean it wasn't just Danans like you that Lenegis abducted?
Even within Renan society itself, there exists a hierarchy. Despite that, She did everything she possibly could to serve her people. She stayed behind on Lenegis to help any of her people who survived. A debt left to fester for what?
In all honesty, be it several centuries ago,
What are you saying?
I'm saying you don't have to be a white knight in shining armor. Back after my brother had passed away, you know what I heard? I heard...
Then I was out of line.
No, you're wrong. Left to my own devices. Besides, it's not like killing all those people was a choice that you made of your own free will. The truly terrible ones are the people who abducted you. Not only that, but that guilt you feel in... Do you understand? But, if you're still not convinced...
What I've been fighting for, huh?
All this time, I thought it was the worrying about Shion and the pain bringing you down. I didn't realize you were lonely too.
I guess all of us are.
Yeah, but you've only just found out.
To tell you the truth, it's strange. But then I realized
What about your hometown?
I doubt it. Even if the place is still there physically.
Yeah, I know how that feels. I have no home to return to either. I used to curse my bad luck that I'd ever been born a mage in the first place. Although if that had been the case, I'd never have met up with you guys.
Have you learned to embrace your powers yet?
Nuh-uh. I resent them a little less than before, though. I guess what I'm trying to say is that with...
Rinwell.
First it was Shion.
Yeah. All this time you were suffering right in front of me.
You couldn't have known. Poor Shion must be lonely.
Yeah, you're right.